Substance abuse among young adults remains a big concern in communities across the country. For those in rural areas, it's often difficult to find nearby resources to help fight addiction. But as Northern News Now's Terrence Simmons found out, one Iron Range Mental Health Center is getting that help to where it's desperately needed.
So helping them believe in their own futures is really important and can make a big difference.
Lindsay Hagan is one of the licensed drug and alcohol counselors at the Range Mental Health Center in Virginia. This center has created an outpatient program for youths ages 12 to 18, helping them cope with substance abuse. The program is held twice a week in Hibbing. Hagan says that there is a huge need for what they're offering.
We decided that it was an important program to have because there is no adolescent services anywhere in the area.
She says patients were being referred to telehealth services or had to travel outside of the area for care. David Archambault with the Range Mental Health Services hopes that the new program can help more children struggling with addiction.
A safe place for kids to come, learn about their addiction, learn some new skills, and then help them implement it.
Hagan understands the damage that substance abuse can have on young adults.
But adolescent years, when the brain is really making a ton of changes and growing, is when it's most influential. And so if you're using substances, sometimes those changes are irreversible.
People helping people at the most vulnerable moments. In Virginia, I'm Terrence Simmons, Northern News Now.
The program is held in Hibbing on Mondays and Wednesdays from 3 to 5 p.m. and they're currently accepting new clients. To learn more, visit our website, northernnewsnow.com. Northland